Hello, everybody. We are the Threats.
We're actually on our way to a undisclosed location for a photo shoot for Meet the Threats. We're also doing an interview. We got a publicist now, so the publicist has been, putting us in position to, gain some traction with Meet the Threats and get the awareness out there. So we're doing a photo shoot to get an EPK and all that good stuff together. But that's neither here nor there. We're just taking advantage of this time that we have to share some information, I guess.
Yeah, so want to just talk a little bit about this. A lot of people do question, like, why are you guys choosing to put your life out there? I would never do that.
Yeah, a lot of people, uh, the question, if you're working on your marriage, is that the way to do it? If you want to reconcile, is that the way to do it in front of putting your business out there on social media and, whatever, doing reality TV? Because a lot of times when people hear reality TV, they think of the negative and the drama, just all the bad publicity and that type of thing. And it could get that way. It can be like that. But that's not what we trying to portray. Um,
I mean, it is a good question asking us why we want to do this. I think for me, it's more like, um, I feel like we can help some people. Marriage is hard. Marriage is tough. And, they said once you get over that 5-year hump, you good. But we
so
didn't, 7 years, I thought it was 5. Either way, we didn't make it to 5. We didn't make it to 7. But I feel like we got a story to tell. We went through the ups and downs of it, separating twice, and now trying to work it out for the, I guess, third time. A lot of knowledge and information I feel like we have that we can share with other people. Not giving up on your marriage, not giving up on your relationships. It's nothing out here. Not to say that you should settle. I don't think we're settling, but I think we are putting a conscious effort into helping us get back on track with our marriage. So I feel like we got a lot to share with people, and we just want to do that. We open. We don't have anything to hide. And life is short. I mean, people can question you and ask you, why would you do this? But we only have one life to live. So you live it how you want to live it, unapologetically. That's where I am with it.
and Sharita is a huge reality show buff. I mean, that's all she watches, reality TV. So she want to be this reality star too.
What?
Yeah, she want to start rubbing elbows with some of the folks in the reality TV world. But I think for me, um, I think we could bring a whole different dynamic to reality TV. And highlight black love, entrepreneurship. We both are entrepreneurs, own businesses together. And just highlight other black-owned businesses as well, not just ours. But talk about entrepreneurship. How we able to navigate through a separation and try to reconcile and still be able to run our businesses on a day-to-day basis. Because none of that stuff stopped.
Right.
If we stopped, you know what I mean? Just because we stopped our marriage, our businesses had to continue to go forth. Yeah, just trying to really anything and everything I do, I try to motivate and inspire people. So when we had our red carpet premiere last month, it was a great turnout. I appreciate everybody that came out. But the biggest thing that meant the most to me was the feedback afterwards. So many people come up to your inbox, having conversations about, wow, I like this scene, I like this particular thing, or, how did you, handle this situation because I'm going through such and such, so being able to have those conversations with people and hopefully help them in their situations is the most fulfilling thing for me anyway, just being able to help people. I've always been that way.
Me too, and it made you feel good when people ask the questions, or sometimes ask ourselves, why are we doing this? Why do we want to do this? For those exact same reasons, so we can help someone, so we can motivate someone to work through it. And it's not just about us. It's about family, friendships, relationships, raising kids, everything. It entails a lot. A
Yeah,
lot.
being a stepfather.
Yes.
A lot of times, stepfathers don't get the credit and the recognition that we deserve.
You know.
Um, and it can be hard for us as stepfathers sometimes. Particularly me, with having no kids of my own. So, just highlighting that part of the relationship as well, and the marriage as well. So, I think it's a lot to it that we can bring forth to help couples, married, or just people in general.
Yeah, a lot of different moving parts, and it was scary getting out there and becoming an entrepreneur, especially when both of us are entrepreneurs. Not like we got this business and I got a 9 to 5 that's paying me X amount of dollars to be able to manage the lifestyle that we have or that we want, and to be able to take care of the kids, put them through college or whatever. So just overcoming that fear of getting out there and believing in yourself. And one thing that Dante and I both do is we bet on ourselves. Even with this reality show, we're betting on ourselves because we truly believe in what we're doing, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual as well.
I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be some problematic stuff. I can already see and tell. But that's life. That's life, and that's marriage. But we wanted the show to have those issues, those problematic issues, but it has resolved to them.
Resolve.
Be able to resolve those issues and move forward.
Speaking of issues, you were out with Rodney in Vegas, and you posted some on, I don't know if it was your Instagram or the Meet the Threes or one, about a married person hanging out. And I won't just say married men, because married women hang out in the streets too. So what is it about that? Did you get any feedback about what people thought about that? I know my personal opinion, but what feedback did you get?
So a lot of people was just saying, going to the clubs and hanging out in the clubs is like you shouldn't do that as a married person, or married people shouldn't hang out because it's temptation, or it's spirits, negative spirits, satanic places is the clubs and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, but it's temptation and negative spirits and demons all around us every day, right? And some can say, well, you putting yourself in that situation by going to the club. Yeah, I am, but I like to have a good time, so going to the club, it doesn't make me less of a man or less of a person, I am who I am. I like to, have a good time, and, I have a strong faith in Christ too, and in God. So, I wouldn't allow the club to be to overshadow who I am, or cloud my judgment. I go to the club, have a good time, and a lot of times when I go to the club, is because I'm with friends or family, my son or whoever, and I just want to see them have a good time. I want to show others a good time. So if it's going to the club or going to play golf or whatever, I just like to show people a good time, or allow people to have a good time, and I like to have a good time. But a lot of it is me just looking out and giving people an experience that they might not have had without me, without me showing them that good time. So a lot of that's most of what it's about. But don't get me wrong, I like to hang out. I like standing on couches and hyping up with the crowd. I like doing that stuff. But a lot of times it's for to show other people a good time, man.
You must have go out a lot in your younger adulthood.
I didn't go
See,
out.
I was out there.
Yeah, I didn't go out a lot
from
when I was
Thursday
younger.
to Sunday. So I could go for a couple of hours and then I'm good, because you done seen everything, you done heard the songs you wanted to hear, and then I'm out. I don't have to be there all night.
Yeah, I didn't go to the club when I was younger, But I actually blame Rodney, my son Rodney. for turning me on to the sections and stuff.
Yes, because he
Yeah.
can't go out without getting a
Yeah, I ain't
section.
going out now without getting a section.
I
But
mean, yeah. In
but
there with the common folk, out there on the floor with the
yeah, I
common
can't be in
folk.
general pop. Yo, we can't do it, Rodney. We can't do general pop. He know it.
Whatever.
Yeah, I tell him in a minute. And now it ain't got worse because now I can't even go back to the balcony and Dreas no more.
Why not?
That's out the way now.
Oh, Lord.
Once you experience the floor, the dance floor sections, you can't go back to the balcony. But anyway, I say that to say that, I think long as you're strong-willed, man, and you know you have a respect for your marriage or relationship or whatever the case may be, go out, have a good time, you know what I mean? But always just try to keep it respectful. And if the other person don't like you going out and spending time in the clubs and doing that, then it can become a problem. But as long as it works in your relationship or marriage, then, it's okay, man. Don't let nobody, try to tell you what your woman or what your man shouldn't and shouldn't be doing. As long as y'all happy and it works for the two of you, because Sharita, she don't like to be bothered sometimes. She want to watch the Golden Girls, be in the bed by 8:30.
I do not be in the bed by 8.
Be in the bed by 7:30.
Yeah, depends on the night.
And she good.
And I'm okay with that.
Right, and she good, and I don't have a problem with her doing that because I'll be in the other room watching TV till midnight or whatever the case may be. Or I'll go out and I'll be home a little later,
So what's a little later? Because sometimes you do come, you almost let the sun beat you. I know we live a ways from everything. However, should we have a curfew? Should couples have curfews? Or what's a respectable hour to come in?
Whatever works for that couple. You can't, it's a respect, like I said, you shouldn't, as long as you have a respect for each other, you're not even going to have that conversation about what time you're going to be home or you need to be home at a certain time. Because when you start to say you got a curfew and you can't do this, now you're trying to, it's going to be a control issue and then it might be a problem, amongst the two. But,
well, your mama said that if you were her man, you wouldn't be going out like that.
Well, I wouldn't be my mom's man, for one. And then two, my mom is not the type of, woman I would marry anyway. And that's not a slight to my mom. It's just that, she's not the type of woman I would marry. She's a great woman, don't get me wrong, because she takes good care of my step-pops. And they've been together for 20-some-odd years, so it works, obviously. Whatever they got going, it works for them. But it wouldn't work for me being married to my mom, because I just know how she is, and she know how I am, and, that's good. So I guess the biggest thing and to all this is you got to make sure you're married to the right person.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
And what works for you guys works for you guys. So, relationships are hard, and it's a lot of compromise. And I think we definitely have to be and you're big on happiness. You said before, independent happiness. I can't make you happy. You can't make me happy. I don't think it's your job to make me happy, and it's not my job to make you happy. That's something that we have to have from within. And when we're together, we just kind of have a good time and enjoy one another. Like,
we add to each other's happiness.
Correct.
We gotta add to it. I can't create it for you. I can add to that.
Right.
Or I could take from them.
That's true too.
So you got to be careful. Got to understand the difference between the two. So that's important.
Yeah, but trying to work things out and coming back together. I mean, we've met a lot of people who've done it, who've gotten married, divorced, and remarried. So we've gotten that.
Yeah, we appreciate all the feedback and the support we've been getting. Continue to follow the page at Meet the Threats on all platforms. If you go to our IG page and hit the link in the bio, it'll take you to YouTube and Facebook, as well as Fashion for a Table. You can get the Meet the Threats t-shirts and things. So appreciate the support.
Absolutely. And remember, April is Stress Management Month. Listen, guys, stress kills. So don't let nothing or nobody stress you out. And it's so cliche, but give it to God and let Him work it out. Stop worrying over things you cannot control. You cannot control people. You cannot control things. What you can't control, you control it. The things that you can't control, you just gotta let it go, and whatever happens, happens. Life is too short. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Why you want to do this show? Because I want to, and I feel like it'll make me happy. It's something that I would enjoy doing. So do you do what makes you happy all the time, and put yourself first. Sometimes, a lot of times we just do for other people and we don't put ourselves first, and we end up being the ones that are stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed because we're putting everybody's needs before ours. Now, putting yourself first does not equal selfishness. So just remember that. Manage your stress this month. Try to do something self-care to, do something nice for yourself sometimes. You deserve it. And on that note, we out.